Hey guys. Hey now. So I hope you guys watched the video prior to this one, the premiere that had went out. That was part one. I think I put it out at 4 o'clock, I want to say. I just want to go over a few things. I did pin comment on part one. Somebody say exactly what my point was. That commentary video that was done the other day was not any new news about what happened with two unidentified women pulling up on Chrisean. That was not in the present time. That happened in January 22nd, 2023, which was over a year ago. And for that information to be presented to the public was BS. And I just really feel like you guys have to start doing your own due diligence. I also I had peeped on a few other videos that I was debunking and pulling up the receipts of inaccurate information that was being spewed around social media about Chrisean and all this mess. It was only to start a frenzy, because when I looked at the comment section of the video, you could tell that a lot of people that follow these entities that are putting this false information out, or old information that doesn't even exist. Like, there's no smoke that Chrisean had recently with any unidentified two women that pulled up on her and did anything. You can tell that it's still kind of sort of over people's head, that my point of part one of the video of Chrisean Rock had two unidentified women pull up on her was from a year and I think a month ago. This is no new information. Hey, Nikki. Make sure you guys hit the like button as y'all come in. Welcome, Nikki. You're the first one to join the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to start doing this on a daily basis, debunking a lot of stuff that's being put out there. And people are not, you're the first ones to say, as commentators, you guys should be doing your due diligence. You should be having receipts. And if you are not too sure of the factual information, it should be allegedly or in your opinion. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be presenting information. But you got to start holding people that are getting up on the platform, doing these little short videos, getting all these views, and the information is not factual or up to date, or it's something that happened in the past, is not happening in the present time. And it's a really sad situation that would be put on Chrisean, that she had these two women, coming after her. And then to throw in at the same time that it's all happening, pretty much saying without saying it, because of what she had said a week ago, on the color thing, and losing 500,000 in subscribers. It was almost like they were insinuating, in my opinion, that this is why people are coming after Chrisean Rock, and that could be further from the truth. Now, if you want to know what the truth is, the allegations, the alleged allegations of Tamar putting a battery in one of her team members' back to file a lawsuit on Chrisean while she's down, because that's usually how people usually get people. They try to get you when you're down. Now that is allegedly, because we don't know if he's gonna go forth. This guy, with doing so, but that is that is something that we can pull up receipts on. But it just blew my mind that I literally had to do my due diligence, and I'm so glad that it was a reliable source, a reliable receipt, which was TMZ. I put the article in part one video that was premiered at 4 o'clock. I also put the article of the TMZ, the whole um, situation that happened. It's video of Chrisean talking, and also when this situation happened that was reported a couple of days ago, making it seem like it happened in this year. Um, it was it was clear that it was a year ago, because it was on Blueface's birthday when she had announced that she was pregnant. They also have footage, TMZ does, of her, hey, Miss Teddy. They also have footage of her going to the hospital with that same pink sweatsuit, getting checked out. She was in good spirits, and she pulled up on Blueface. This is how it's being reported from the article, and you know, uh like I said, it's a reliable source. But this was from a year ago. It was from January 22nd, 2022. And I just don't understand how people did not question, well, when did this happen? Was it this year? Was it last week? But I think this person is so used to saying I got a phone call. So I guess people so used to that word, I got that sentence, I got a phone call, that's their way of, the people that follow him or her, that's their way of saying, oh, that's the receipt. That's not a receipt. A phone call from who? A phone call saying that X, Y, and Z happened, and you're taking whoever called you um as a receipt to this happened recently. Now, if it happened recently, it should have been stated in that video that it happened recently, that two unidentified women pulled up on Chrisean. That wasn't even told to us. It just was a rant, a short rant, that all of this stuff is happening to Chrisean at the wrong time because she's down and out because of the situation with Wack 100 not wanting her in the house, and Wack 100 dragging her name, and Carlissa dragging her name, and Bonnie Lachey dragging her name. And then, it's almost like when people get so engulfed in all of this he say, she say, it gets really easy for you to get caught up into hearing something like, oh, just recently, two unidentified women pulled up on Chrisean Rock, and she left. Now, you can tell that the story that was told, which was in a fraction of 5 minutes, was bits and pieces of a year and a month ago story. Um, and I could tell that it was from a year and a month ago, and it was like bingo, because some of the pieces were factual information with lies. And one of the part of the information that was completely not the truth is that this was not a recent incident. This happened January 22nd, 2023, a year ago. And Blueface, actually, when this happened, it was on his birthday because he had a party at his spot, at his apartment. And he was 26 years old, and we all know he just had a birthday and he's now 27. This happened a year ago. And for this to be brought up as new, fresh content to share with the public is crazy. Hey, Mama G, it's really crazy. And like I said, I don't know if these comments are being removed in these sources comment sections of their videos. They're removing them, of people saying that this is old, because if I saw a comment of somebody saying this was old, then I know for a fact that these comments are on the person who, the source of the person who is giving this information to the public. They're saying it on their videos too, but they're being um deleted because they don't want everyone to know that this is old information. This is not new news. And I feel as though when you're sharing old news, passing it along like it's new news, it's considered fake news. And it happens. Chrisean has done like she did that time at the beginning of end of, well, the middle of December and all the way to January, until Blueface had got locked up. He had to surrender himself for a violation of probation. She disappeared. And I feel like she kind of has been low key lately as well. And I think sometimes when people don't have much to report on, which I feel as though is a lot of stuff to report on. There's a whole circus out here. Chrisean and Blueface are just the founders of the circus. But we're talking about there's Bonnie Lachey, there's Jiggy, where allegedly she's supposed to be pregnant. We don't know how true it is, but let Bonnie Lachey tell it. She is. Jiggy's playing around on her IG story with the subliminals. We don't know whether or not it's true. The only way we're going to find out is if she comes clean and says, yes, that is in fact true, that I think, or he is the baby daddy. But until that time comes, we can only say in our opinions that we think that those statements that are being said about Jiggy being pregnant by Blueface and Bonnie Lachey is not lying. It's just our opinions from what we have gathered, the intel that we have gathered. It makes sense to us, but it's just an opinion. It's allegedly, it's not the facts, and you can't go running with it. You have a gut feeling that that's how it went down, and then you go sharing it on your platform, running it as if it's the truth, and it's not, because you don't have any receipts, and you're only giving a personal opinion of what you think is going down, and how things are playing out, and that's crazy. Love your channel. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well, sweetie. But I was blown away. I just happened to get recommended to some of these people, sources that are also covering Chrisean Rock and all of the same entities that I'm covering. And I ran across the channel, and I kind of sort of was liking these channel holders, content, but I started to realize some of what that was put up was almost like a fill-in, like filling the gap, trying to be consistent on their channel. But if there was nothing to talk about, they just started to make up stuff. Um, and it's crazy. People use the word clickbait too lightly, and they really don't know what a true clickbait video is, but they're quick to call somebody else's video a clickbait video. And you're subscribed to these other entities that are clickbaiting you right in your face, and you're not even saying anything about it. You're just supporting these people, and you're egging them on to keep giving you this fake news, and you're worshiping them. I have to say, you are one of the more intelligent YouTubers. Thank you so much, Mama G. Thank you so much, sweetie. Preach. I'm trying to, Natasha girl, but I'm just trying to get it through people's head. I think it's going to take time for it to sink in, because it's almost like a brainwash thing. If you're with certain people, entities, people that share celebrity gossip, celebrity news, and they're in the habit of, whenever they get ready, putting out false narratives, and you're so used to going to their channel, and it's the use the factor. You just got to just shake it off and get unused to fake news, and move around until you find, the people that are going to give you the right information. And if they don't have the right information, like I always say, whatever happens in the dark always comes to the light. And whatever happens is going to come out either way. These are public figures. This is how they get their bag. So eventually it's going to slip up and be right in your lap what the truth is, or they'll eventually tell you, because of their conscience. These social media entities, they'll be wanting to tell you because they'll feel like you kind of sort of know anyways, because it's on their conscience. And it always happens like that. I've been in this game for a while. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay, I'm a veteran. I've been doing commentary on different entities, different social media entities that have shooken up the algorithm. They were relevant at the time. They blew up. When you did commentary on them, there was always something to talk about, and you did not have to bring up fake news, in order to get a story out. You understand what I'm saying? Mama G, hit the like. Yes, hit the like button. Hey, Genty. Hey, sis. Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Good evening. Yes, but I just and then, like I said, I expected, seeing that this has been like day 2 for me, debunking a lot of things that maybe people, individuals, groups, these socialites that are sharing this information, they would have kind of sort of piped down, but no, they went right back to doing what they do, because that's how they do their channel. And I'm not trying to change who they are. I still follow these people, because when it's on and popping, and Chrisean is wanting to be all over social media and updating, and there's always something to talk about. They give great content, but when Chrisean is like she is now, where she's not really vocal and not being seen too much and kind of laying back, that's when you start getting the foolery, the fake news. And I got to put something up. I can't just not post for a couple of days. I don't care if you post something about another social media entity that your group isn't, your fans or your supporters, your subscribers are not really interested in hearing, but the thought that you try to attempt to put them on to another social media influencer that got some things going on, and you're sharing that information, who cares if it gets 100 views? But at least you are respecting boundaries, and you're not making things up and character assassinating people. See, that's what happened to Tasha K. She was getting greedy. She was doing videos on Cardi B. She was hitting on everything. Then she started turning the story of truth with mixing up lies. Then it went from allegedly all lies about Cardi B, because she knew that people just wanted to tune in. They were hungry for more, and she was running out of stories to tell, and she just overdid it to the point where Cardi B sued her. Now she is starting from square one. She's pedaling backwards, because Cardi B's taking her for all the money that she's made off of YouTube. And guess what? And all the money that she made off of Cardi B, she's giving it back to Cardi B. Cardi B doesn't need that money. It's the principle of, you're not going to character assassinate me. And not only that, there could be things that you say that can mess up business deals with these social media entities going forward. That people who scout the social media circuit, they want to hear from, media, how these people are getting down and how they'll fit in with their portfolios. And if you're not on the same team as these people that are going to pay you a bag, the producers, the big dogs that run this whole thing to make you a millionaire, to make you great, if they go around and they listen to these people selling fake news, then it can hurt someone's career. And you can ultimately find yourself in a legal battle behind lies. And it's even scary if somebody pulls you into court and you didn't even have receipts when you went live on these videos and did the fake news. Now imagine you having to go into court with a folder, but you have no receipts in that folder of where you got that story at. And this story in particular, where are you going to get a receipt that this happened recently to Chrisean Rock, when we all know that happened last year? And at that time, it was on the Pacific day of Blueface's birthday. He was 26 years old. He just turned 26. He's 27 this year. This happened in January 22nd, 2023. How are you trying to make that story relevant today, and that story doesn't even exist? You are one of the channels I go to speak the truth. There are too many out there that lie about that girl. It's crazy. And you know what else is sad too? I'm the type of person, if you're right, I'm going to say that you're right. And if you're wrong, I'm going to say that you're wrong. I don't flip flop. I'm not going to, majority of the time, like, say if Chrisean's doing wrong and that's what I report on, that's what I'm going to report on. But when you hear me see her doing something righteous, I'm not going to stick with the bandwagon of, well, she's still wrong, so let's just drag her name. No, I'm going to say, you know what, that was humbling what she did or what she said. But if there's nothing to report on these social media socialites or entities, it just makes more sense to either do some other sort of content until the person is relevant again, or just don't say nothing at all. But if you can't tell the truth, don't say anything at all. And that's just how I feel. Yes, some just post a 2-minute allegation, and I'm left thinking that's 2 minutes I won't get back. Exactly. And you ain't never lied, because the person I'm referring to right now, and I'm telling you, there's a few of them, not just who I've been on the last couple of days, but you said it right. 2-minute allegations. And don't even say allegation. Allegedly. And that's crazy. Definitely scary. And then see what gets me is I read the comment section of these people with the fake news. They gotta be deleting the comments of the people that are saying, oh, this is old. Because I had people saying that this was old when I reported it. Them not knowing I'm not reporting this as new information. I'm debunking the BS. I'm trying to let you guys know as a community that this information that I'm presenting, this is part 2 of part, because I did part 1 and this is part 2, that this is old information. You are correct. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to pass this along as new information, like something that happened a week ago. This happened a year and like a month ago. We don't have a dog in the fight. Exactly. And it's really sad, and you get people that, they're subscribing to your channel, they're supporting you, ads pop up, in front of them, you get paid off that ad, but you don't have the decency to at least tell these people that are supporting you, who make you who you are, the truth. You want to lie in their face and they make you who you are. Where do they do that at? I know exactly who you're talking about. Just lies all day. Horrible. Right. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And then you can always tell a person who just wants to live in the lie, because the lie goes on and on and on and on. For the most part, people don't want to know the truth because they know the truth ceases and desists. It ends it. That means the end of discussion when you hear the truth. They don't want the truth to go on. They want to live in a lie. They want this to be a one life to live soap opera, or as the world turns. No, this is people's real lives. And it has to come a time where we have to say enough's enough. And we can't accept that, because they're playing in your face. They're pretty much telling you without telling you, I'm putting this up because that's all I have to give you for today. And you're going to fall for it anyways, for a bag. Exactly. You're going to fall for it anyways. Don't allow them to make you feel like that's what you're going to go for. Because if you fall, how's that saying go? If you fall for, put it in the chat. Right now I got a brain fog, but you get where I'm going with it. You gotta stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. It's a bunch of BS. And it's really sad how far people are allowing this to go on. So, like I said, I'm not wanting anyone to change their way of thinking or how they do their commentary. But as long as I'm on this green earth, I will definitely debunk and show receipts of that is not what the truth is. Because one bad apple can spoil it for the bunch and make us all look bad, to the point where nobody wants to tune into nobody's channel, because you never know who's telling the truth and who's not. And we don't want it to get like that. We don't need to taint the community with fake news, and then everyone just goes around automatically saying that everyone who reports on Chrisean Rock, Blueface, or Bonnie Lachey, or any of these people that are part of this circus, that we're lying on these people. One channel got so tired of talking about CR, but her numbers dropped so badly she had to pick it back up. But she does say we don't know the truth, like you're saying. Right. I know what channel you're talking about too, and I'm subscribed to that channel too. And that channel sort of does the same thing as well, but not as bad. And she's a little bit more how can I say? She's not as bad as who I'm referring to right now. But I think that this person that I'm referring to right now, is bad with it. It's really bad with it, and it's just not a good look. And it has to come to an end. We cannot continue to move in this manner and think that this is okay for this to happen like this, because it's not. I just don't understand how people just get up in the morning and go, okay, I'm just going to bring up something that happened um a year ago, and just run it off as in it happened last week or 4 days ago. How do you do that? And then it's well, I'm not even gonna say too much because like I said, we're not gonna name drop here. It's not a smear campaign or anything like that. It's just something that I'm bringing to the community's attention, and I just feel as though you support who you support, continue to support these people, but just feed them with a long handle and spoon. If you fall for something, you pull for anything. I think that's how it goes. Right, right, right. You fall for anything. It says newbies like me wouldn't know. Right, but you know what? Ma G, I hope you subscribed over here because, honey, I'm going to let you know. And tell the truth and shame the devil, honey. Because I'm sorry. There's been times I had to retract statements too. There's not always times that I get stories right, but at least I have, um, had the strength to say I dropped the ball, and then I will retract my statement publicly, and then life just goes on because I was honest, and that burden that was on my shoulder that I dropped the ball is now off of me. And that's what people have to come to terms with themselves. And when people don't want to come to terms with that, they drop the ball and they're not being honest, then they have to live with themselves. Whether they look at it like it's not bothering them for now, there is a price that we pay later. This money comes and goes, but you still want to have your dignity. If you want to stand behind any content that you put up here on the channel, it needs to be respectable. It needs to be truthful. And don't paint a picture of a person who already is going through an unfortunate situation. Don't make their life any worse than what it already is, because it's just not a good look. It goes to show the character of the person in you to even fix your mouth knowing that you're making up a story and you got the public believing it. And it's really sad. It says there's chats for silliness and then more reliable. Right, exactly. Yeah, but I just said to myself, first couple of times I chuckled, but then I said to myself, you're no better than the person, presenting the information. If you're sitting there thinking it's funny because you know that people are really buying the story. So that's why I just said to myself, nah, we can't let this fly. We gotta speak up, because you people are owed more than that. You support a channel and they're just lying in your face every time they put up some content. You're being loyal to them, but where's their loyalty to you? Says my G, I was just like you, but in due time you would know who's telling the truth and who's lying. The person had me too until I caught a lie. Right. And honey, when I seen this one, I said, wasn't this about a year ago? I said I gotta fact check it first. Sure enough, I put in the search, a few, keywords. Boom, popped up TMZ. And I'm gonna put the article up at the top of the description box of this video as well. But if you want to go look at that full article that TMZ did on January 22nd, 2023, that was on Blueface's birthday. All you need to do is go to my first part one, and you can click on that link. It'll redirect you to the blog and they also have videos. Hold on one second. Yeah, I heard some yelling outside. Yeah, so man, it's just crazy. And it usually, I mean, you still get people that want to battle with you and question me like, I'm doing something wrong, but no, I'm doing the right thing. And and if I, try to let somebody deter me from speaking the truth, then I'm no better than everybody else that's going along with this character assassination. And to me, low key, that's like a smear campaign. You know better than the rest of the people that know that she's down and out right now, and you're doing a smear campaign on your own channel, but you're acting in the same breath talking like, you're all for her. But at the same time, you're saying, oh, my sources said that unidentified woman pulled up on her. When was this? Last year? Come on, stop it. I was debunking Gen T sources that are going around putting up videos of false information. And this incident with Chrisean Rock, where it reads Chrisean Rock had two unidentified women pull up on her. That incident happened last year, January 22nd, 2023. And this source is trying to pull this off like it happened recently. And this happened last year on the day of Blueface's birthday, and they're trying to act like this is new news, but it's not it's not new news. And when you pass it along as new news, it's fake news, because that is not what's going on in her present time. And no one has walked up to her that I know of, or that you guys know of her or heard, and did anything to Chrisean where she had to run away because it was 2 against 1. It don't add up. It's just, she said, I'm just catching on. I'm glad you caught on, because some people ain't even caught on yet. It says, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's crazy. That was a year ago. That's old news. Thank you, Genty. I remember the image. Yep. And it's TMZ. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up really quickly so you'll see what I'm talking about. 1 second. Let me pull it up. I got a bookmark. And then, like I said, I'll give you the link. I'm not going to play the video. I'm just going to show you the article. And I'll put the link so you can redirect and you can read the article that TMZ had presented. This was a year ago. And you can see for yourself. This is the receipts. This is the proof that that is fake news. And that is unacceptable. So if you look here, it says right here, Chrisean Rock fights two women post pregnant. News trying to get to Blueface. This is all of, yeah. This is her at the hospital that day. This is her that day in the car talking. Yeah, and these are the tweets on January 21st, 2023. There were 964 tweets. This is when Blueface went on to his Twitter and put, Lord, please, 12:07 a.m., January 21st, 2023. She announced that she was pregnant on her birthday. So all of this information of whatever people want to say is not true. This happened a year ago. Okay. Matter of fact, a year and almost a month ago. And they're trying to pass on this information as though it's the truth. And it's terrible. It really is terrible. That somebody would sit there and just put that up as some new information. So I just had to call it out. So I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just wanted to do the update. There's not much more to talk about. We know that it's fake news. It was from a year and a month ago, and they passed it along as new information. Something that happened in the current time, and that is not true. And if there's one thing I'm not going to do is lie on Chrisean if that's not true. Or if I know that somebody's lying on her, I don't care if I know her or not, it's not right. And I'm going to speak up about it. And I'm going to continue to speak up about it when I see other fake news information floating around here. So listen, y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on with the option all. So when I go live or do my premiere videos, you are the first one to watch these videos. Also, get yourself a membership. You know, support the channel in that way if you would like to. And again, make sure you hit the like button and also share this video so we can get it out to as many people as we possibly can to spread this awareness. So with that all being said, y'all stay blessed. I love y'all and I'm out. Mwah.